The MSG GIMMICK unit, MG02 lead sword, in green or red. We're going to focus on the green one because the red one I was shipped came in dim and then it progressively got worse. Now it's pretty much dead. This is made by Kotobukiya. You can find many different versions of these. I might try a Chinese knockoff just to see if there's any major difference here. I wouldn't be surprised if this isn't any different than the Bandai LED headlights, where it's like the Chinese knockoff is cheaper, it's better, brighter, and so on. This is a $15 gimmick. I bought 2 of them, so I guess I blew away $30. I could have sworn they're cheaper on eBay. Here's the red one, as I was saying, that's on, by the way. You can't tell because it's so crap. I took the liberty of painting these, which is actually fairly easy if you care to do it. Since the metal cylinder seems to be obviously metal, you can use a metal primer and give it a little paint over. I would recommend it if you're using it for Gunpla, because one part of it's silver metal and the other part is actually a very dark gray. It clashes. It makes absolutely no sense. It is turned on and off by pulling at it and pushing down on it. I can't really say much about this, as it's probably best for taking photos, because there's no way to replace the batteries inside that I know of. Therefore, once it dies, it dies. Oh yeah, you're going to need manipulator hands for these. The Gundam hands that actually grip things because they're fully articulate, rather than the slide hands, because these things are very, very small. I'm not even 100% sure that they're meant to be 1/100 scale. There is a 1.5mm adapter for different lighting effect parts. I lost mine. It didn't work with Bandai's beam saber effects. So yeah, I don't know what effect part this could go for, but whatever. It also comes with hands, by the way, that I didn't bother using on my Alex Gundam, because if you know the Alex Gundam, you know that the risks are prone to breaking if you're not careful with them. I wasn't going to risk my kit for, no pun intended, for these little hands that are intended to hold the beam saber hilts. Maybe with some modification, yeah, you could technically get this to work with a Gundam figure, but you know what? Why bother going through that extra hassle? You know what I'm saying? I can genuinely say that it's kind of a cool effect part, but a bit overpriced, especially for $14.95. On top of that, if you're sent a bum one, depending on who you buy from, I'm not going to name the store, and you let them know, like, hey, I sent one that is dim, they never replied to me about it. So it's just kind of like, whatever, I don't care enough. I'm not going to like raise a stink over something so minute in my day. I've got bigger things going on. So it's a disappointment. On the plus side, these do come with some clear effect parts. Whoopee! I mean, I guess it gives you the ability to customize your own sort of beam hilt. Slightly. You can only work with the colors of the hilt itself. So if you use green, you could probably use a lighter green or a darker green. Maybe a yellow. I'm not really sure about that one. It's out on the, maybe a neon green, a lime, maybe. Like, I don't think there's many colors you could deviate from. With red, you could probably go with orange. Maybe yellow, most likely, but really, yeah. They're egregiously skinny. Like, why wouldn't Kotobukiya make these bigger? You know, a bigger hilt to fit inside of a Gunpla hand. That way you could actually have a mechanism inside of there that's probably more durable. You can use bigger batteries that last longer than the one that died on me. I don't know. It'd also be nice if they gave the ability to modify this. You know, if it dies, take it apart and put new batteries in. But then again, how are they going to sell you more of these if you can repair it yourself? Have we learned nothing from Apple Care? You repairing your own phone cuts into profits. You repairing your own light-up beam saber cuts into profits. Frankly, the only thing this is pretty much solidified to me is this. Next time I want a light-up beam saber, I'll probably just take one of my extra ones from Bandai, drill a hole in it, work a wire through it, put a nano-sized LED at the bottom, and call it a day. The difference is I'll be able to change the power source. On the other hand, it'll have like a wire sticking out of it in a power brick, but really, who cares? At least I can have something that's actually bright. I mean, these are bright, but really it's kind of like meh. I mean, seriously, I bet I could buy a nano. Let me go right here. Evan Designs. Ah, crap. There we go. Oh, there's discount codes. You think I'd use those? Hopefully it saved all the stuff I had in my cart. No, they did not. Me. I could use a nano or a pico chip inside of a Bandai beam saber and get the same effect with brighter results and be fully capable of maintaining a power source of my choosing. So if I wanted to hook it to batteries, I could. If I wanted to hook it to an outlet, which would make absolutely no sense for something so small, I could as well. This isn't that great of a boom. Let me see the price. Yeah, it's literally $2.25 for a nano chip. So basically, you could do this yourself for $2.25. Now, the shipping would get you for like $4 or $5, but at the end of the day, it's still cheaper than paying $14 for the Kotobukiya one that will die at some point. And once it dies, it's basically trash. Oh well, buyers beware. But I guess if you're not mechanically inclined, you don't even have to be mechanically inclined. All you do is drill a hole in it, stick the nano inside, or if you can't drill a hole inside of it, you could cut the beam saber in half, file the center out so there's a hole for the wire, glue it back together, or just, file in a divot or whatever, put the wire in, use Magic Sculpt or whatever modeling clay you have, seal it up, it's as good as new. Frankly, any way you slice it would just require more work and effort from you, but the results would be gratifying and it would be longer lasting.